So I'm still wet, as you can tell. Still wet. So we're gonna go ride the train around a little bit to Tomorrowland, get on the monorail, go back to the room, change pants for me.
And you're gonna change shirts.
We'll see. But then we're gonna do that, and then we'll come back if we have got to dry off a little bit, or I have to.
Yeah.
So he's
don't go in that mansion over there.
in there.
Oh, but you're not letting us go that way.
Okay. Yeah, fill up the back first. Oh, now we're going front.
Next party.
You gonna go down there to the corner if they don't go?
Slide all the way down here.
Awesome. You know what that is supposed to be back there? So that's like telegrams. This is supposed to be like back in the old times. You got
One side of the train at all times. Parents, please supervise your children, making sure they're properly seated either on the lap or on a bench and away from all the large train openings. Our next scheduled stop will be Mickey's Toontown Depot. That will be your stop for Mickey's Toontown and Fantasyland attractions. We'll be departing in just a few moments. Up ahead, the engineers are putting some water into our engine. As soon as they're done with that, we'll be on our way.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is a real steam engine.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only laughing place. If you look real hard, you just might find it. It's where the critters are celebrating a zippity-doo-dah day. Speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear on their fun-filled adventures.
Yeah. I know, I was about to say, everybody was like lined up for it.
And that was the quick service side too.
As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, past Outpost and these parts, we're now joining up with the Rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see.
Oh yeah.
There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the Great River Valley below. been riding these rails since the 80s.
All the kids need to be seated on their bottom, please. Thank you.
By mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. Signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of gear. The ones you'll find are Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for us. Those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is Toontown Depot, Mickey's Toontown.
We're now arriving into Mickey's Toontown Depot. Please remain seated till the train has made a full and complete stop inside the station before you stand up to exit. Mickey's Toontown will be your stop for Mickey's Toontown and Fantasyland.
Hello everyone! Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
Opening up soon.
Because everything's better at night.
You add it in there.
We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars, no experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
That's cool.
You know what that is, right? That's a decommissioned Osimo. It's like a walking robot on its own.
Alright, we're now approaching Tomorrowland Station.
their Autopia is.
Doesn't smell as bad as ours.
That was for you, Joey. Anyway, please remain seated until we come to a full complete stop.
Jessica's already commented that it doesn't smell like it does at our Disney World.
Thank goodness.
I know, right? It's not as loud either.
This is way better.
So what'd you think about the train ride?
It's nice.
I know. There's like, I feel like there's more to see on that one. And we obviously didn't do the last loop of it, but we did half of it at least. And I think I like it.
It's very scenic, even though it was man-made.
You get excited because you like, oh look, it's an animal. Then you're like, oh wait, animatronic.
We did see real ducks.
That's true. That's very true. And canoes.
That's not animal.
There's humans in it. They're animals. Jessica's made the wise choice for us to go back to the hotel room and get somewhat dry clothes on. So we're gonna ride the monorail. Experience this for the very first time. I know, right? We thought about coming in it in the morning in here. So one of the cast members suggested it, but then we were like, better not. Pick.
Hello everyone, welcome aboard the Disneyland Monorail. We are now beginning a 2.5-mile journey to downtown Disney Station and back. For a safe trip, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Be sure to watch your children and no smoking, please.
Bienvenidos. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los niños. Por favor, se ruega no fumar.
You are riding aboard the Mark 7, the latest generation of Disneyland monorails. When Walt Disney introduced this attraction in 1959, it was the first daily operating monorail system in the Western Hemisphere. Just ahead is Disney California Adventure, where you'll find Disney stories told in unique and exciting new ways. That towering fortress in the distance is home to the Taban Collection, where the collector showcases its newest acquisitions, the Guardians of the Galaxy. We're now passing Grizzly Peak, land of scenic wonders, where you can experience the beauty and exhilaration of free flight in soaring. Coming into view is Disney's Grand California Hotel and Spa. This Imagineering masterpiece was inspired by the state's natural wonders and features the arts and crafts style of the 19th century. We are now arriving at Downtown Disney Station, gateway to the Downtown Disney District and the Disneyland Resort Hotels. If you will be leaving us here and returning later today, please hold on to your park ticket as you leave the station. You may reboard the monorail for a return trip to Tomorrowland up until 1/2 hour prior to Disneyland closing. Please remain seated until the monorail comes to a complete stop and the doors have opened. Then gather your belongings, lower your head, watch your step, and exit to the left of the monorail. Thanks for traveling with us today, and we hope you enjoy your visit to the Disneyland Resort. For those of you continuing with us, we'll begin our return trip to Tomorrowland in just a few minutes. Thank you.
This is cool. Do what? We are just a short walk away from the hotel room now, so we're gonna get changed up. That was like the most convenient thing ever. We were just in the park and now we're here.